Hello there, welcome to Curious Elowen. Today, we're diving into the paradox of analysis, a journey filled with curiosity and discovery. The paradox of analysis, a fascinating topic in philosophy, also known as the paradox of the analytic-synthetic distinction, is a philosophical problem that challenges our understanding of knowledge and the relationship between concepts. At its core, the paradox questions the possibility of distinguishing between analytic and synthetic propositions. Let me explain these terms. Analytic propositions. These are statements whose truth or falsehood can be determined solely by the meanings of the words or concepts used in the proposition. They are often considered true by definition and are tautological. For example, all bachelors are unmarried is an analytic proposition because the concept of being unmarried is inherent in the definition of a bachelor. Synthetic propositions. These are statements whose truth or falsehood depends on facts about the world and cannot be determined just by analyzing the meanings of the words involved. The sun rises in the east is a synthetic proposition because it relies on observations about the natural world. The traditional view is that these two types of propositions are distinct, and philosophers like Immanuel Kant even argued that they have different sources of knowledge. Analytic knowledge is derived from reason, while synthetic knowledge comes from experience. However, the paradox of analysis challenges this neat distinction. It raises the question of how we can be sure that a proposition is purely analytic, as seemingly analytic truths might be dependent on synthetic assumptions or hidden premises. In other words, we may not be able to separate the linguistic analysis from empirical content entirely. One classic example used to illustrate this paradox is the statement all bachelors are unmarried men. On the surface, it appears analytic because the concept of being unmarried is already part of the definition of a bachelor. However, the proposition assumes that there are unmarried men in the world, which is a synthetic assumption about reality. The paradox of analysis highlights the complexities of language, meaning, and the nature of knowledge. It has led philosophers to explore alternative ways of understanding the relationship between language, concepts, and the world. Some have sought to revise the traditional analytic-synthetic distinction, while others have proposed entirely different theories of meaning and knowledge. In contemporary philosophy, the debate surrounding the paradox of analysis continues, and it remains an intriguing challenge to our understanding of language and truth. As with many philosophical paradoxes, it encourages us to critically examine our assumptions and delve deeper into the nature of human understanding. You might ask, is there a connection between this paradox and agnosticism? While there is no direct connection between the paradox of analysis and agnosticism in the traditional sense, there can be some philosophical overlap in their exploration of knowledge and certainty. The paradox of analysis primarily concerns the distinction between analytic and synthetic propositions and raises doubts about the possibility of purely analytic truths. It challenges the traditional view that there is a clear boundary between truths that can be known by mere analysis of concepts and truths that require empirical evidence from the world. The paradox highlights the complexities of language, meaning, and the interplay between language and reality. On the other hand, agnosticism is a philosophical position that deals with questions about the existence of certain entities or the ultimate nature of reality. Agnostics claim that certain questions, particularly those related to the existence of God or ultimate metaphysical truths, are inherently unknowable or beyond the scope of human knowledge. They withhold judgment on such matters due to the lack of empirical evidence or the limitations of human understanding. The potential connection between the two lies in the idea of epistemic humility. Both the paradox of analysis and agnosticism emphasize the limits of human knowledge and the need to be cautious when claiming absolute certainty about certain propositions. While the paradox of analysis questions the clear-cut boundaries between types of knowledge, agnosticism is concerned with the boundaries of what can be known at all. In summary, the paradox of analysis deals with the complexity of distinguishing analytic and synthetic truths, while agnosticism addresses the limits of human knowledge in broader metaphysical and existential questions. Both concepts invite us to be humble about our understanding of the world and the extent of our knowledge. Like the video if you think this video helped you with your journey to truth, and subscribe to my channel if you want to keep updated about mine. Farewell, fellow seekers, and remember, the quest for truth never truly ends.